All right, the World Cup is finally here in Seattle, and the city is transformed in ways that I've never seen before. There's more energy, more people, and fans are coming from all over the world to come check out the events. So I figured this would be the perfect excuse to grab my camera and wander around the city. We'll see what we can find, see what catches my eye, and maybe we'll get a few good pictures along the way. So let's head out.
I wonder if it was like someone from our family that got that. Or if it was
This video is actually going to be comprised of two separate days. On the first day, my wife and I spent the morning at Alki Beach in West Seattle, so that gave me the opportunity to take the water taxi back over to the waterfront in downtown Seattle. This is a shot that I've tried a few times whenever I'm by the aquarium. I like how balance is created not only between the building and the sky, but also the contrast between the white clouds and the shadows on the right. The single person on top of the aquarium also helps break up the straight lines of the building, which draws your attention to them. Finally getting to some World Cup material here, I really like how the leading lines draws your eyes over to the soccer balloons. This next one's probably my favorite in the series and one that I've been imagining for a while now. I really like the view of the skyline in the background and the leading lines on the bike path. In the past, the leading lines didn't draw your eye to a specific subject, but with the watch party, there's now a big group of guys sitting on top of the barrier. The next day, I decided to head over to the stadium where they were hosting a game. I was also planning on heading over to Pioneer Square, where the neighborhood was hosting a bunch of watch parties, in addition to the official one in Occidental Square.
Thank you.
They want us to go.
Compositionally, there's nothing super special about this one. I've just never seen such a large sea of Lime scooters in one spot, so I just thought it was a fun shot. From the stadium, I saw this gentleman trying to fly a kite rather unsuccessfully. I never made my way back to it, but I don't think he ever got it up in the air. To be honest, I typically avoid shooting massive events like this, and this next photo kind of represents why. There's just so much going on that I get overwhelmed with trying to pick out interesting subjects among the crowd, but I know that it'll get easier with time and it'll help push myself to become a better photographer. Again, nothing super special with the composition here. I just really liked all the elements in the photo, with the main event being a charcoal grill set up next to a dumpster. At one point, I tried to work my way through the watch party at Occidental Square, but there was no way I was getting through that crowd. It was rock solid. At that point, I decided to cut my losses and explore some side streets and alleys, but as you can see here, even some of those were super packed. I did manage to get these two shots while I was squeezing through. I typically don't interact with my scenes, so this was a cool change of pace. There were so many people trying to watch the game that people were perched up on trees to get a better view. My favorite watch party of the day, however, was this tiny 2-screen setup that someone had biked over. It was magical how these watch parties brought together so many people and provided an incredible sense of community and common interest. The World Cup has brought an amazing energy to the city, and I hope Seattle gets another opportunity to host one day. I'm typically not the biggest soccer fan, but even I couldn't help but get invested. I would love to hear which photos you like the most in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content in the future. Thanks so much for watching.